Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about contouring and in particular contour sticks. These ones are a high street brand and they're very comparable in design to the Kim Kardashian West ones. Now contouring is not a new thing, it has been around for decades. I was taught it as highlighting shade and we would mostly use powder products to do it. In movies and theatre they would use cream products, and I think that has become just very popular, the more heavy base makeup, especially with people on Instagram. And the picture that Kim Kardashian posted a couple of years ago when Mario did her makeup and she had all these lines on her faces, and everyone was so curious as to why she had all these different colour lines on. And since then brands have brought out different contour kits, whether it's powder, cream, in palette style, and these ones in particular seem to have really blown up. These are the duo sticks. NYX have got one as well, I think, which obviously is a more affordable range. The Kim Kardashian ones are $48, I believe, and that I think is pricey, especially for the product. I've been watching a lot of reviews and the product doesn't seem great. The colour range seems pretty awful. I don't know how you can have just 4 colours when the spectrum of tones of people and everything is so broad. So to have just a couple of products and to say that's going to suit you, that's going to suit you, I just think brands are a little bit behind. Rimmel has come out with Insta Duo Contour Stick and they've only got 3 shades. So what you have in it is a highlight and a contour. The highlight is got more of a shimmer to it, so it is meant to be more like that creamy glistening look to the skin. Thankfully they haven't put anything like that in the contour sticks. I have seen products that are meant to be contour with shimmer in, and it kind of defeats the object. You want to have that as matte as possible to look like a realistic shadow, to look like depth, and you don't really get depth when you have light. So I mean there's a difference in using a bronzer to warm up the skin which has light reflecting particles in, but you tend to use something matte when you're using contour. So these are matte, but as I say they come in 3 shades, so it's light, medium and dark. And I personally don't think that the dark is anywhere near adequate enough to say everyone with dark skin can use this. So I'm going to use this as the highlight and contour in the way that's supposed to be used, but I'm only going to use the light because it would be pointless me trying out the medium and dark on my skin tone. So instead I'm going to bring in my favourite 2 boys. Well, I've got favourite 3 boys, but the other one's a baby, I don't want to put makeup on him. So I've got Andre, who's going to be testing out the medium against his skin tone because he is essentially mixed skin tone, and so he has more of a golden complexion, not mixed skin tone, mixed heritage. So he has got that golden skin tone that's not quite as dark as Richard's. Richard's skin tone is definitely deeper and richer in a red tone. So I'm going to try out the dark on him and the medium on Andre. Let's see what the light looks like on me first. So because this has a shimmer in, I'm actually only going to use it on places like the cheekbone, down the nose, the cupid's bow. When I tend to use highlight and contour colours, I would put the highlight in the forehead and blah blah blah. Since this has a bit of shimmer in, I don't want to do that on the forehead because it may look a little bit kind of sweaty or oily in certain lights. So now the contour first. I like to bring my contour quite far down just to reduce the length of the forehead, and then I'm just going to take a little bit down the sides of the nose. first impression, immediately, I feel like this is a bit too orangey. I feel like this might be a bit too warm as a contour, we'll see. You could also put a little bit into the socket if you wanted something very natural, if you wanted to go for a no makeup look, which maybe I should do, but another time. And then I'm going to take the highlight just across the cheekbone. It's not actually showing up very well, but once it's blended it might look a bit better. Take some down the nose. And I like to put some highlight on my chin. So I'm just going to start blending the contour in first, just using my damp beauty blender. I've only just used this to put my foundation on, so I would say it's clean. Once it's blended, it's actually quite nice. It does give a nice warmth to the skin. Maybe it will look alright down the nose once I've blended it. So just push this all into the hairline. I still don't know if it's a little bit orangey. I feel like it's making my skin look a little bit too orange. So I feel like it's warmed my face, so almost like I've used a slightly darker foundation just to add a bit of colour to my skin rather than contour, because it hasn't really left that shadow and what have you. And normally underneath, what I would do here is put a little bit of light cream contour just to brighten up this area and give it a lift. Because this has got the highlighting particles in, that won't really work because it's not going to look natural. I'm going to blend this, see what it's like. Kind of disappointed. I think these were £6 or $6.99 each, so they're affordable, I guess, but they're not. They're a disappointing. So I'm just going to show you on Andre's forearm just the colour range of medium. So I'm going to test out first the highlight shade. So the highlight shade actually in the bullet looks more gold, but on the skin it looks a bit kind of champagne-y rose gold. It's quite a nice colour actually. And then I'm going to try the deep. Wow. So that's practically blended into his skin. I would say it's actually more of...
It looks like a plaster on me.
It looks more of a pinky tone on his skin. I'm just going to blend this. I would say that Andre's skin tone, it does have more golden, and you can see how sometimes when things are a bit too pink on a darker skin tone it can look a bit ashy. I'm going to try the dark shade. So this is more what I would do as a contour colour on someone Andre's shade.
Oh.
So that means that they would class Andre's skin tone as dark. You see how I'm blending it in? It's almost fading into his skin again. That is definitely more of a contour shade than this one. Definitely. Okay, so this is Richard's arm, and as you can see it's got a lot more red tones than Andre's. I'm going to try the dark highlight first. Wow, this is so yellow on you. It has got a nice gold to it, which if blended, that it might be, I'm going to just blend it out, it might actually work, because golds on dark skin look beautiful. That actually looks really pretty on your skin.
Thank you.
So this is the dark contour stick. This is going to get so lost into your skin. Look at that.
I actually can't see it while you're doing it.
It just looks like I'm putting cream on your arm.
What do you think, son? Can you see?
This would need to be so much deeper to be a contour on your skin tone.
What, it actually isn't making... I can't even see where you put
Exactly. It needs to be... It just needs a far deeper pigment. Like, that is it there. What? If anything, it's a tiny bit more brown, I would say, rather than... So that's it on my finger there. So you see the orange tones into it.
That's not me, by the way.
That's the little one. Whereas Richard's got more red. This does not suit your skin tone at all. This was more for... Oh, you getting involved. This is more for Andre's skin tone, absolutely. So I would say this would work better if you had tan. Oh, hello. Tan or a deep tan. Definitely not dark skin. Because Richard, I would say, obviously Richard has dark skin, but it's not like the darkest dark. There's far deeper, like beautiful purpley, beautiful reddy dark tones, and this here doesn't even cater for someone of Richard's shade. So my overall opinion on this is that I am disappointed. I wouldn't buy it again. I think if you prefer natural makeup, then you might like this, providing that it's going to suit your skin tone. As I say, it might be too warm, they might be too light. You will have to test them out in store. I wish that the highlight was a little bit, I'm going to say a little bit lighter, and had a little bit more light reflective particles within it. I don't know, I just felt like it got lost in the skin a bit, and if the contour isn't gonna, you know, make the cheeks pop, at least I want the strobe or the highlighting part too. And I didn't really get much of either. I think that it has set into the skin nicely. It doesn't feel greasy. I probably will have to use a powder, whether it's loose or pressed, whatever your preference is, just because although I prefer to have that feeling on my skin where it feels really dewy, and I don't mind that slight like tackiness to the skin, you might feel that this is absolutely too creamy, so you will need to powder it down. If you wanted to, you could powder down, then use a powder contour on top if you wanted to intensify it. If you're just looking for something maybe on the go, bit of warmth to your skin, added a bit of something and a bit of mascara, then yes. If you're looking for it to particularly contour, then in my opinion, no, I wouldn't use this. I think it needs to be, the shades need to be adjusted for sure, and they need to be extended. More brands need to do this. Rihanna, she's just bringing out her collection. It's not even launched yet, and it's got more hype about, more excitement, not just because it's Rihanna. I mean, yes, she's cool and everything, but the fact that is so inclusive and so broad across the colour range. Her promo alone has so many different types of girls, not just skin tones, but the way they look, the size and everything. So she's very open-minded, whereas a lot of brands, I think, are just tailoring themselves to what sells, what's most popular. Or we sell more of this skin tone, and maybe let's bring out loads of ivory and custard and whatever it is that really gets on my nerves. So Rihanna's, forget all that, let's bring out products that suit everyone, and I love that, I really do. So let me know what you think of these products. If you've tried them, did you like them, or did you think they were a bit meh? I'm not totally against them, but I just think that I wouldn't go on my way to buy them again. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, then please subscribe below. I've just created a few playlists that you might like, from beauty hacks to hair, how-tos, and way more. And we have our family channel, our vlogging channel, which is the Offyongs, and you will find a link to that below as well. So I'll see you guys soon.
Oh, he put it in his head.
What are you gonna do? He's trying to put it on his face. Huh? Where'd you put it, Bubba? Do you know how to use it? Yeah? How did you know you put it there? Have you watched Mama?